Hey guys, um, it's been quite a minute since I made a video. I don't really know how to start all this. Try to figure out kind of words that I want to say here. There was something that happened. I want to say yesterday. I don't know. It seems almost longer than that, as if it's been an entire week. But I'm sure a lot of you have heard about Charlie Kirk. People say that he was a controversial individual, and not. I don't really feel like that's a good turn for him. See, I don't. I didn't know a whole lot about him, but I came home yesterday and I knew about his Turning Point USA. I knew he was a big Trump supporter and a big Trump ally, whatever the hell that means. Just a normal dude supporting his favorite politician who he thought could change the world. And Charlie's got 3 kids. Every single day, that guy has been working. Since he was 18 years old. When he was 18, he formed a business called Turning Point USA. And a big part of what he did is he would go to college campuses, especially campuses that are very left-leaning, and he would talk to students, and he would ask them questions, and he would let them ask questions. A big Christian guy, 3 kids, like I said, and he would just debate them, just ask questions, answer the questions in return, just try to show them a different way of thinking, different from what the universities were teaching, what leftist teachers were trying to teach these kids. And he was a good guy. Like, disagree with his politics all you want, disagree with what he believes, but he was a good man. And he simply wanted to show a different way. And he was never violent. He never encouraged violence. All he ever wanted was to talk to people, to show the world his own philosophy, and how our way of thinking is not the evil that Democrats made it out to be. I'm about a third of the way through a video on this. It's not descriptive of, what kind of person Charlie was or his history or anything like that. It's by a guy called Mastar Media, and it's about his return to Christ, about his religion. And I feel like I need to make my own kind of version of that. So if you don't know much about me, I'm a Michigander. I'm from Michigan. And when I was 18, I went to college, and it didn't work out my first semester. I don't want to give many details on it, but it didn't work out. I ended up going to a local community college, and after about 4 years at the community college, I had failed a bunch of classes. I was struggling, and I wasn't really able to, well, let's see if this, okay. Sorry, I needed to make sure that once I opened the door, that when the car turned off fully, that my recording wouldn't stop. Anyways, I'm sorry. After about 4 or 5 years in community college, I hadn't even gotten an associate's degree. You always said an associate's degree is a 2-year college. You should get it within 2 years, and you should have your bachelor's within 4. And things just, they weren't working out for me. And when I was about 23, I decided that I needed to join the military. And I saw it as kind of like a family tradition. My grandfather served in World War II. My uncle, my great uncle, served in Korea. My other grandfather served in Korea. And, my parents hadn't served. My dad missed the draft by a few months for Vietnam. So he never had to serve, but he almost had to. My aunt eventually did point out that, they were all drafted or they volunteered to join a specific branch so that they wouldn't have to be told to go to one branch or another. My maternal grandfather joined the Navy because he didn't want to be drafted into the Army, and he served in World War II, and he was a nurse. And he died when I was young, in like 4th grade or something like that. I don't remember. It was sometime after 9/11, which I was around 8 at the time on 9/11. He had cancer. He had hunted, and I never got to go hunting with him. But it's beside the point. Anyways, when I was 23, I decided to join. I called the Army, and they suggested that I come down to their office and talk to them in person. But I had gotten a card from like a year or 2 years before from a Sergeant Brooks at a local recruiting office for the Marine Corps. And my kind of thing was I wanted all or nothing. I knew the Marine Corps had the toughest training. I wanted to be tough. I called him, and instead of saying that I should go down to his office, that he would drive me down to his office. Now, maybe I was a little bit naive, because obviously if they were desperate enough to come get me, maybe the Marine Corps, was a little bit like more stringent and they needed more bodies. But they drove a lot of guys to the various offices that they had to go to. They care about the Marines, but they're also tough. And, well, I joined, and I was active duty for 5 years. I worked in Fort Sill, Oklahoma, and the training detachment there for the Artillery Marines. And it wasn't the best 5 years. I had a lot of problems my first couple. I had some bad leadership. But I wanted to make it into a career. And I've been in the reserves ever since around 2021. I was out for like a month or two, and I just said, I can't do this. I have to go back in. I had a year-long extension because of COVID. They weren't doing the outbound interviews. And I was in a bad reservist unit. They treated me like crap. They gave me bad reviews. But I'm just a stubborn guy. I can't let it go. I moved to a different unit and I've loved this unit. I have some good leaders right now, actually. I got some good leaders and they care about me. At least they seem to. They want to retain me. I'm a corporal. I'm trying to pick up sergeant. I'm trying to stay with this unit. I have about 8 months to get more physically fit. I've been trying to keep myself motivated and hold on. I've been trying to keep myself motivated and I'm just, I'm making it work right now. But there was that situation with Trump last year. There was this situation with Charlie Kirk. There was that woman on the bus, Ukrainian refugee. And it's been a lot. There were 2 school incidents at Catholic schools. If you're not aware, I'm Catholic, and I don't have the best relationship with Christ, but I'm part of a choir. I try, and I'm not the best Christian in the world. I get angry. I get upset. I hate stupidity. I hate ignorance. I try to study history. I try to see other people's point of view. I try to understand what they think and how they think. And I probably understand leftists better than most people. I understand people on the right. I care about people. I've probably given way too much money to people to try to bail them out of their issues. Because a lot of them are just so hopeless. And I've had people that I've given thousands upon thousands of dollars to, and they stab me in the back and they leave after I saved them. After I was the only one to step up and to help them when no one else would. And they left. And I still care about them. I was friends with these people for many years. And it's just awful. Just how brainwashed they've gotten. I've seen friends of mine transition. And at first I encouraged it. And as time went on, they just got more and more mentally ill, more paranoid, more afraid. When there was no reason to be. And now they're just completely lost. Not just to me, but from society. As they lost friend after friend after friend, seeing insult where there was none. As they just fell into complete delusion and paranoia, where their social skills just completely vanished. Where they're just unable to retain their friendships anymore. Because their mental health just sank lower and lower and lower, and every single thing, every little detail that happens, they just can't take it. And you just see them deteriorate. They just get worse. I try to pray. I try to believe that there's something after this life that's better. And I hope there is. But I hope I also live for decades longer, maybe even centuries. That I can spend a lot of time helping the world and then you have someone like Charlie. Charlie was 31 years old. He was 7 months younger than me. He accomplished so much where I feel like I've done nothing. Like, I feel like I haven't accomplished anything. People will say, oh, thank you for your service. I'm like, I haven't done anything. I haven't served as well as I think I can. I haven't stopped serving. Not stopped serving the church, not stopped serving my country, not stopped serving to make the world better. It's hard. Like, I know I'm never going to be as popular as Charlie Kirk. I'm not going to be as popular as, like, a Ben Shapiro. And people have problems with Ben. People have problems with Charlie. Everyone's got problems. Whole thing with, like, Candace Owens and Ben Shapiro. Both of them have a lot of issues. I get friends who are conspiracy theorists who believe one group of people or another are responsible for it, when it's a lot of little things. A lot of groups coming together, some acting independently of each other, just all in greed, all in hatred, all in so threatened. They're just afraid to lose their power and influence. That they'll say and do anything. They'll smear people. They'll dig up any dirt they can. They'll even encourage violence. And I'm so sick of it. I'm so completely sick of how disgusting these people are. Like, people wonder, like, why I changed, why I stopped supporting, like, people transitioning, why I stopped, just live and letting live, why I say the things that I do, why I've gotten so bold with the things I say to people. Like, I'm just speaking my mind to them, where I just tell them what I actually think. I don't even bother to filter it out anymore. I'm not afraid. I'm afraid of some things. I'm not afraid of my own life coming to an end. I'm not afraid what happened to Charlie to happen to me. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. But I am in no way as popular or as big as him. And not as much of a target, but even doing your day job, even if you're like a clerk at a store, you never know, there might be some maniac that comes in just to rob you, and one thing leads to another, and you're there, waiting to be found by the next customer that walks in, to have your family informed that you're gone. I'm afraid of what's happening to my friends, to America, to us. As we go further away from Christ, as our friends fall more and more into mental illness and radicalization, that we won't be able to save them. That we won't be able to help our neighbors. That even just saying that you support one party over another will just cause you to change your entire view on a person. I'll be watching somebody on YouTube. I've been avoiding politics. I was getting too angry. It's been like 3 months now. I've been avoiding politics. And after a while, 3 months, I was watching Castlevania stuff. I was watching One Piece stuff. I was watching Final Fantasy stuff, Final Fantasy 7. A bunch of stuff. I was moving from topic to topic. And I'm sure there's other stuff I'm missing. But after yesterday, I started to pick back up the political videos, and I went right back into that mindset where I'll talk to myself, and I'll be like talking to the person on the video, being like, "You're so stupid. You got why you so dumb? Why you so ignorant? Like, why you saying such stupid crap?" Like, I fell right back into that mindset, and I see Mastar releases a video, and he's talking about how he found Christ again, and how he's just almost given up hope on America entirely, from all the corruption, from all the violence, from just how bad the system is, to how labyrinthian our laws and regulations and rules have become, that it's just so difficult. How many decades would it take to fix it? And I cannot see that it's hopeless. I can't. Maybe it's just because I'm so stubborn that I just never give up. Maybe that's an issue that I have. Maybe it's just the military indoctrination, the mindset they put into me. Something that's not coming from me, something that was forced into me from my training. But I've seen people fail. I've seen people give up. People who just say that they're done, they're getting out, that it's been a long time coming. And I just don't understand them. I don't get it. How can you give up now? You've done so much. You've gotten so far. You've done better than me. After 9 years, I'm still a corporal. You're a sergeant. You're a staff sergeant. I trust you more than anyone. Hell, I've seen these guys make mistakes. And I'm like, but we need you. I don't want you to go. You want to go off and quit, or they want to join the Air Force or join the Army. Something a little bit easier, a little bit lighter. Maybe the Marine Corps isn't the best. Maybe we do stupid shit sometimes here or there, but it's so much more to it than that. We picked this because it was the hardest. We picked this because we're the best. We picked this because we don't lower standards. We picked this to be tough. To be the best. I don't understand those people who give up. I don't. Maybe that's just who I am. Maybe it's a detriment. I feel like I wasted a lot of my life. But it's too late to go back now. And even if it wasn't, I have so much left to give. We all can give more. You might be saying to yourself, I don't know. Maybe you're saying to yourself that you've already given every single bit to your country, to your family, to your friends that you can give. And I'm not going to try to give more money to people. It seems like a waste. But I can give more of myself to help people. Put myself out there to be a better man, a better Christian, a better Marine, whatever. Our problems are not easy. This is not something you fix overnight. Now, this might not even be something that we fix in a lifetime. But I believe in this country. I believe in America, in Americans. There are people out there who are celebrating disgusting individuals. People that, like I said, disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. But we're better than this. We are better than this. We've always been better than this. We've been complacent. We've allowed this rot to set in. We can fix this, but we cannot resort to the tactics that these lunatics use. I'm not saying that like reopening the asylums fix it, but we need to reopen the asylums. In at least the neighborhoods that we live in, we need to jail more people. Those violent lunatics, those people who commit 4 or 5 crimes, dozens, and are let off every single time with a slap on the wrist. We need to protect our families, our loved ones. Starting from inside and working out, helping those close to us. Even those who don't appreciate it. We can be better. We can make it better. I want to make the world better. I will continue pushing every single day to be a better man, to be a better Christian, to be stronger, faster, better, smarter. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up on this country. I'm not giving up on my friends. If they want to give up, that's on them. That's not on me. I tried. I tried to help them every single day. I want you all to do the same. To the 5 people I always send these videos to, I want you all to do the same. Rest in peace, Charlie. You didn't deserve that. Your kids didn't deserve that. Your wife didn't deserve that. Your fans didn't deserve that. America did not deserve this. Let's be better. Let's be better.